When we think about this concept of net zero, which has a lot of issues surrounding it, but we have to think about the role of CDR in getting to net zero, and then separately the role of CDR in actually addressing legacy emissions. For me, CDR should play as small as role as possible when it comes to mitigative measures, right? We don't want to build CDR that has allowable offsets, just generally speaking, right? We want to make sure that CDR is used for the hardest to decarbonize sectors, right? But more importantly for me is using CDR to address legacy emissions, to address things like overshoot, and making sure that we actually have the capacity available to address those aspects of the climate system. How to do that, I think, remains a huge question in my mind. And I think the idea of moral hazard is, it changes over time, right? I think right now we do need to think about doing large scale R&D. We have to think about what we need to do to prepare to scale, and that takes investment, right? But as we start getting down the road, that's when we have to think about what is the role of CDR as compared to large mitigation systems. What is the role of renewable electricity in use for CDR systems, while we also need renewables to phase out things like coal and natural gas. And these are really big policy questions that I don't think we've had the opportunity to really think about at kind of the federal level yet. And this is going to take state level policy, federal policy, and global policy to really think about how these systems will interact with each other. Because the ways that make sense in the United States might not make sense in places like India or China. And we have to really make sure that these technologies have guardrails around them and are used in the most effective ways.